JJ, what do you take from a game like this where you guys get off to a really quick start, 14-4 after 5 minutes, and then everything kind of falls apart after that?
We didn't respond well when they started playing. I would say they put more pressure on us defensively. We're a better team when we get stops and kind of play in transition and on the fly. When we have Blake, it's easier for us in the half court to kind of run sets and play through him. But we're better right now when we're going after a miss and when they just getting bucket after bucket in the first half. We just couldn't really score and couldn't get stops.
It's kind of a weird discrepancy with home and road, and obviously
we're not a very good home team.
Is there anything to put a finger on?
I wish I knew what it was. I would change it, but we're just not a good home team.
How frustrating is that?
It's very frustrating. It seems like you had to put so much into winning on the road and playing well on the road, and we're just not putting that same amount into a home game.
And this might be a simplification, but should it be easier to win at home? I mean, like, just kind of in theory?
Yeah, in theory. I don't know the explanation. We're just not good at home. And we haven't been for 3 months.
I think you guys haven't beaten a LeBron team since like 2012 or something like that. Obviously, he's a terrific player, but is there something about the way he plays and the things he does that give you guys extra trouble, or anything in particular that?
He's always on good teams. We play him twice a year, so I don't know.
Austin mentioned that he felt.
I know. I would also like to see, and this is not an excuse, but I'd also like to see over the last however many years that's been, how many of those games we've been at full strength.
Austin said something along the lines of like, when you guys play them though, particularly the Cleveland version of this team, that they're too comfortable, that they play with kind of an ease, that he knows that. Is that something that you see too, that they look like they're kind of doing whatever they want without a lot of kind of pushback from you guys?
Yeah, I would say that. I would also say they have good players. Like Kyrie got it going there, and he hit tough shots. JR hit 2 back-to-back step-back shots over me in the third quarter, where I literally, as he's shooting, and I'm nicking the ball as he's going into a shot. I mean, they have good players who make shots. Some of the stuff, leaving Channing Frye a couple times, not rotating to him, that's mistakes, and that is letting them play too comfortable. But some of it is they're just good players. They have good players. They have a lot of talent. They're as talented as anyone in the league.
All right, and last question. This trip looks like could be the hardest 5-game trip of the season. Does it look that way to you? Or not?
For sure. It's very difficult. As you get the schedule in the summer and you kind of glance over it, this trip really stood out because it's our 5th really long trip this season, and it's really I believe all 5 teams were in the playoffs last year. So with the exception of New Orleans right now, all 4 of the teams are in the playoffs, and so it's a tough trip. 2 of them are back to back. I mean, it's as difficult as or 2 sets of back to back. So it's as difficult as you can get. And we're still waiting on Blake to get back.
All right, thanks everyone. Thank you.